We'll go ahead and call the meeting to order to the Chesterfield Ambulance Fire and Rescue Committee. I want to welcome y'all. Appreciate you coming. Certainly do. Want to give you a chance here in a minute to introduce yourself to everybody. I'm sorry it's on short notice, but we are just getting started with this, and I didn't want you guys to think that y'all were going to be left out, because y'all's input is very important to us. And everybody can't do the job that y'all guys do, and we appreciate you. I don't know what we would do without you. I know the sleepless nights that you've had, and know all about volunteers. And volunteers of the dying breed. That's why we got a group of old timers sitting here. The young guys just don't seem to be interested anymore. I guess life's too busy. But no, we appreciate you so much, and the cooperation y'all got, just like that fire in Paisley. We had multiple fire departments up there, even some of them out of state up there in Paisley, and hazmat teams. Y'all had to work together. You had to have your command center there. You know what you're doing. I would put you guys up against any paid fire department there is. I really do. But this meeting here is not going to be a back and forth meeting where you're going to talk directly to us. But your input is very important, and I'm going to ask the county attorney to tell you a little bit about what we're looking for. And Mr. Ruffner, they're going to have an association meeting in.
We need to adopt the agenda.
Sorry?
We need to adopt the agenda.
Okay, I'm still in the welcoming right now, but I do need it out of the agenda. All right, let's do this. I'm sorry. Is there a motion to adopt the agenda?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Got a second. Okay, we have a motion and properly been seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Ayes have it. But he's going to tell you a little bit about what we're looking for and how y'all can be involved. We want you involved every step of the way. They've got an association meeting in a couple of weeks. Now, I don't think we'll have everything we need in a couple of weeks, but you might be able to answer some of them's questions if they have some, hopefully. But now we are going to have executive session here in a little while.
Excuse me one more time.
Ma'am?
I said, excuse me one more time.
Yes, ma'am.
The minutes, we need to approve the minutes.
Yes, ma'am. Wasn't right through with that, but that's all right. Okay. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes of July 19th?
So moved.
Second? Okay. We've been, motion and a second. Is any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Thank you. We done now? Okay, thank you. But if you want to hang around, we may take some action, we may not, but it's probably going to be a while. But Heath, is there anything you need to tell them?
I think the main thing I wanted to say was that this is just a starting point, and that as far as all of the fire departments, and I'm not sure which, I know some of the ones that are represented here today, don't necessarily know all of them, but at some point in the not so distant future, I think my suggestion is going to be that we ask the fire departments to get together and give some input to this committee, which will then go back to council and work with this committee in coming up with some solutions to some of the issues. But as Mr. Curtis said, we didn't think it was fair to, at the last minute, tell you to come today and ask you to do any of that. Not fair to you, to the committee, to the members of the public. So I don't want you all to think that this meeting today is going to be the end all and this is going to be it, and you're not going to have a chance for any input. This is just the beginning, and my idea is that at some point in the future, we'll relay information to you, ask you to get information back to us, and then at some point in the future, come back together to exchange ideas and come up with, again, solutions for these issues that we're all facing. And just echo what Mr. Curtis said, I certainly appreciate each and every one of you and the members of your department that volunteer. Because it's certainly, in this day and time, everybody's so busy, it's tough to get folks to do that. So we appreciate what you do and what the members of every one of your fire departments do. But again, my main thing is I didn't want anybody to think that today was going to be, all the decisions were going to be made today with no input from you. This is just the beginning, and I think this will be a process, and it's going to necessarily require exchange of ideas from both sides, and a reaching an agreement from both sides, because I know nothing about fighting fires. I'm sure some of the members on here probably do. I don't. I do know about some of the legalities of it, but that's where we're going to need you folks to help us, is when it comes to the ins and outs of that. And again, we'll be looking to you for that at some point in the not so distant future, but appreciate you being here today.
But with that being said, we just didn't want y'all left out. I know it's last minute, but we didn't want the fire departments to think that we were having a meeting behind y'all's back, so to speak. But this is not going to be a 1 or 2 meeting deal. It's going to take us a little bit of time to get it together, and you'll get the opportunity to come back in front of this committee with some ideas of y'all's own that I'd like to get some input from the association, but in 2 weeks, it's not going to happen. We may not meet again for another 2 weeks. But we do have a need to go in executive session, so now if y'all guys want to hang around, you have to go outside. I don't know how long we're going to be there, but if you would, Mr. Rupter, if you'd let us know, let the public know why we're going in executive session.
Yes, sir. That is pursuant to South Carolina Code Section 30-4-70, subsection A2. That is for discussion of negotiations to propose contractual arrangements, receipt of legal advice that would be covered by attorney-client privilege, and that is regarding 2 items. One is fire protection service contracts, special purpose districts, special tax districts, and then the other is to discuss the one-call agreement for emergency air medical services. And as noted on the agenda, the committee may take action on either or both of those items after exiting executive session.
Thank you, sir. With that being said, do I hear a motion that we enter into executive session?
I so move.
Got a motion? Second? Any discussion? All those in favor, say aye. Okay. We are now in executive session. out of executive session, if you would, Brad, ask the public to come back in, and Mr. Ruffler, you go to address them. Hang on, my gavel.
It's louder than that one.
Yeah. Might fall out of the chair trying to get
He
it.
is a politician.
Oh, boy.
Expect it sometime around the first week of July.
Guys, thank y'all for being patient. And Robert, before we get started, if you don't mind, we were out of executive session. No motions were made, no votes were taken. But what I'd like to do, Mr. Ruffler's going to speak to you in a minute, is stand up and recognize yourself. We got some new members here, and let them know what department you represent.
I represent Roosevelt Crowley. My name is Robert Hancock, and that's what I said, also the president of Fishkill County Firefighting Association.
My name is Tim Rivers. I'm the chief of Bronxville Fire Department.
Michael Bird, I'm chief of Harris Creek Fire Department.
Bill Bussey, I'm chief of High Point Fire District.
I'm Junior Kearns. I'm chief of the Tills Mill Fire Department, and to be honest with you, I'd be surprised if somebody else has been doing it longer than I have. I've been a first responder in Chesterfield County since December of 1981.
I'm Keith Snipes, I'm the director for EMS here at Lifeguard.
Thank you. All right, now that we've got that accomplished, Mr. Ruffler, turn it over to you.
Thank you. Just a little more specifics as to what we discussed and what you can expect to be coming from us. And Mr. Hancock, I'm glad you're here because I think we'll probably direct it to you to disseminate throughout your association. The idea that the committee has discussed is presenting you with kind of an outline of the things that we would like to see in an agreement, and then letting the association and the departments work together through that outline to kind of start building an agreement that would cover the items in that. And it would be things such as the services provided, ways to ensure input from the public, and I'm just giving some examples. It will be a list of things, and again, we felt like that would be the better way, is to give that to you all, because you're the ones providing the service, to come up with kind of the first draft, get back to us and to this committee, and then we'll work with each other from there to hopefully come up with something that's uniform that everybody can live with. So, but either I or somebody with staff will be getting in touch with you when that's done and get that to you. You can share it then with your colleagues, and then we'll work from there to go forward. But we, again, appreciate you all being here today.
We want the updated contract, Chief Hancock, to come from the association. Okay, we want y'all involved every step of the way, and then we'll work it in, these bullet points that Mr. Ruffler's gonna give y'all, or y'all can work them in. But it needs to be kind of, I don't know if it needs to be universal, or maybe some of these departments are a little more different than others. You know, some of it's on millage, some of it's special tax districts, some of it's not. But we'll be calling another meeting, but we'll be certainly more than glad to give you more notice than what you had today.
Gentlemen, I'm probably the newest one on the council. Any of you may have a contact number, maybe a card or something that I can get from you.
They should have my number. Any one of the councilmen should have mine.
Yeah, I've got it, Dr. Man, I'll get it to you.
Okay, all right.
Before you close the meeting,
Yes, sir.
Mr. Curtis, it's been brought to my attention that somebody, I'm not on the committee, but it's brought to my attention that somebody accused county council of being the ones who initiated Secretary of State involvement in the fire department issues. And I want to let that be known that that is totally false. So it's on the record that Chesterfield County Council did not initiate anything to do with the Secretary of State, just for the record. I know it ain't, y'all didn't say it. All I'm doing is letting it be known publicly that we didn't initiate that.
Is there any more business for this committee?
Only question I have is, did we do the
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's all I
Yes,
need
sir.
to do.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Then I'll
Pretty
enter,
good insight, too.
I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay? It's been seconded and motion made. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Meeting adjourned.